Sleep is one of the most underrated parts of good health, and I can kind of understand why. There's so much to do in our daily lives that we tend to focus more on the time we can control rather than the amount of time we're totally knocked out and unconscious. But there is a phrase that I try to live by when I'm being more mindful of my health. Tomorrow's success begins with today's choices. And it seems like a lot of tech companies are starting to catch on, with fitness trackers paying more and more attention to sleep. And today I'm going to go through some of the wearables that I've used recently to get a better look at my sleep and thus my health. And along the way, I'll share some tips that I think we geeky types need to keep in mind to get better rest. Honestly, the wind down is the crux of this whole sleep discussion. We might go 0 to 100 and stay at 100 all day, but that shouldn't bleed into the amount of time you need to rest. Coming back down from 100 is just as important as staying productive all day, and it is a surprisingly tough habit to form. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to pick a time at night, preferably an hour or two before you plan on lying down and actually ending your day, to start your nightly routine. This can entail a little bit of light reading, brushing your teeth, writing down and planning anything you have to do for the following day, meditating, and any relaxing activity that signals to your mind and body that it's time to bring those energy levels down and reserve them for the morning. And those are the kinds of tips that you can get from the Oura Ring. Wearables are moving from the wrist and shrinking down to the rings, and this is one of the premium offerings. Yeah, it is a few $100s, but it is the most accurate sleep tracker I have ever used. Because its sensors are always right up on the skin, it can track everything from your body temperature to your heart rate variability, which is an underrated metric in one's overall health. The more varied the space between your heartbeats, the lower your overall stress will be. All of these metrics are put together to give a sleep score. The higher the score, the better rested I am. The lower the score, the more I should take it easy during this new day. The ring can get a little confused about when I slept if I take a long nap too late in the day, but then again, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And this ring lasts for up to 5 days before it needs to spend a little bit of time on the charger. Now, I knew I liked the Oura Ring for its accuracy because on many occasions it has confirmed my own mindful suspicions. If I was feeling under the weather, the app probably will tell me that my temperature was elevated over the last night or so. If I felt like crap, the ring probably gave me a low sleep score anyway. I've been really busy and stressed out lately, and the lower sleep scores actually reflect that. The only caveat with the Oura Ring is you definitely don't want to be lifting with this thing on. Running, walking, even swimming, pretty much any cardio activity, go for it. But a ring is almost downright dangerous in plenty of other situations. Especially as techies, I bet you've heard a lot about blue light and the fact that we need to block it. And I'm here to tell you, it is as important as ever in this smartphone age and in the age of RGB LED everything. Now, at its most basic level, you should have the blue light filter on no matter what device you're using, smartphone or computer, and have it activate along with the sunset and the sunrise. During your wind down, all of the lights you have on alongside your tech should be turned off or at the very least dimmed. Those of you with smart bulbs, change your color temperature from white and blue to yellow and amber. And all of those LEDs that you might have strewn about, honestly, they don't belong in the wind down. Any form or shade of blue light keeps your body from producing that all-important sleep hormone, melatonin. You can even go as far as to wear blue light blocking shades and make the whole world amber. I've done this with mixed but mostly positive results. If you get a chance to try blue light blocking glasses that are even halfway fashionable, these are just the ones that I ended up finding, you might notice that no matter when you wear them, your eyes don't feel quite as stressed. Now, wearing blue light blockers is just one recent addition to my nightly wind down. Another is a change in wrist wear. My hybrid smartwatch gets replaced by the Xiaomi Mi Band 3 before bed. The Mi Band 3 is a beloved fitness wearable that is actually the most affordable tracker in this video. For just about $30, you can easily track steps, workouts, and get custom notifications via strong vibration feedback. It keeps the cost low by not locally saving much of the data. The Mi Band requires constant connection to a phone for the best results. My favorite part of the Mi Band is how easily it pairs with an app that I've used for many years now called Sleep as Android, one of the best sleep apps in the Google Play Store. Loud alarms are one way of getting up, but sometimes you need an actual nudge. The wearable sensors help the app figure out when you're in a light stage of sleep, at which point the strong vibration alarm goes off. I've used a lot of smartwatches and fitness trackers in my time, and the Mi Band 3 has the strongest vibration motor, second only to the Pebble. The Xiaomi Mi Band 3 does all of this with Sleep as Android so it can give you a snapshot of your sleep quality. However, it won't do it with the scores and the kind of advice that you can expect from the Oura Ring. Alright, after turning down the lights and getting your nightly routine done, sometimes you might need a little bit of extra help. There are some sleep aids out there, including melatonin, if you really need some extra help, but it's best to start small and natural before adding things like that in. Even then, sometimes it's best to look at what you can reduce rather than add on, and that's when caffeine comes in. One of the biggest moves you can make is a 2 p.m. limit on caffeine. You can do things like have bulletproof coffee for breakfast, maybe another coffee later, and then tea right after lunch to combat the midday slump. But after 2 o'clock, you want to get that caffeine down to a minimal level. Switch to herbal teas like the one I've been enjoying from this video sponsor, Traditional Medicinals. The Nighty Night tea is a great addition to any good wind-down routine because passionflower and valerian root in the stronger version of the drink help to calm the nervous system and help you get ready for rest. This tea is specifically made to help you get a better night's sleep. Now, herbal teas like this tend to have a long steeping time, which is actually perfect for a nightly routine. In the 10 to 15 minutes it takes to make the tea, I can start turning off my lights and LEDs and get myself ready to call it a night. Any cue for the body to understand that it's time to power down helps, and a nice warm tea is perfect for that purpose. Which brings me to my last sleep and fitness tracker for this video, and that would be the Huawei Band 3 Pro. This is yet another affordable band, but the app is what makes this tracker kind of like a mix of the other two trackers. It does have full GPS connectivity so you can do workouts without your phone, and battery life can last between 5 days and 2 weeks depending on usage. You have a few different screens to start fitness tracking, get notifications, and do a couple of other tasks, a lot like the Xiaomi Mi Band 3. But when it comes to sleep, the Huawei Health app tries to give you advice on how to get better sleep based upon the metrics it can track. As a general band, it cannot track things like body temperature or heart rate variability like the Oura Ring, but I applaud the inclusion of sleep scores and some sort of advice. People generally need to do more with the information that they get from their trackers, and at least the Band 3 Pro is trying to nudge you in that right direction. And all in one app, so you don't actually need to pair the band to third-party applications to get those benefits. You'll notice that I haven't really talked much about sleep timing. I think it's a given that the earlier you sleep, the better sleep you'll generally get. But I have also understood how hard it is to actually get in bed at 11 to catch that first sleep cycle. After all, you need to have at least 3 or 4 sleep cycles on any given night for optimal results, and this is reflected in every one of the trackers I've presented in this video. This just hasn't been the case for me in the last number of weeks, mainly because of travel. When I'm at home for a long period of time and I have adjusted my sleep schedule to my daily routine, sleeping early is easy, until I get on a plane like I'm about to in a number of hours, and sleep on the whole journey to my next destination, and then I mess it all up. That's why I wanted to focus on the main point in this video, winding down. Your goal might be to fall asleep earlier or to just get better quality sleep in general, but the points that I've made in this video can help you achieve whatever your goal might be, wherever you might be currently. And also, all of these tips are things you can do alongside a generally good daily routine and diet. As I said at the beginning of the video, tomorrow's success begins with today's choices. So having a diet that is good for you, using your body on the regular, minimizing toxicity in our lives, whether it be digital, digestible, or mental, will always be the foundation on which these tips will further help. Every person is different, so make sure you find what works best for you. Let me know what things you do in order to get better sleep. Hell, tell me what you do to be healthier in general. This Type 2 foodie segment might not have involved that much food, but it did involve a great tea courtesy of my sponsor, Traditional Medicinals. Big thanks to them. For now, I'm going to go ahead and call it on this one, and I'm going to try to get some sleep on my upcoming flight, and hopefully after this trip, I'll be able to reset my circadian rhythms, actually get some better sleep and sleep earlier so that I can be productive throughout my days. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and look forward to my next video. Until I see you again, I'll just remind you to enjoy your sleep and your tea, everybody.